Hi Virgo, welcome to your August 2023 Life Sector Tarot reading with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Remember, these are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and these are purely tarot. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. Don't forget to check out your August Astro Tarot video, right, to get the skinny on some of the biggest transits for you over the course of this month. Now, for your actions and plans for the month of August, and by the way, if you are celebrating this month, happy damn birthday to you. I truly hope you have a wonderful solar return. Remember to fill that day with all the goodies that you want for this year ahead. For your actions and plans, you've got the Ace of Cups. We'll take it with the Page of Cups. Wow. And the Knight of Pentacles. My dear Virgos, a lot of you this month are giving birth in some way, shape or form. For some of you, this may be literally, but for a lot of you, this is going to be metaphorically. This is you watching something that you have loved, worked on, something that you have built with your bare hands. You are seeing it come to life here in August. You're seeing some real world tangible result come from, and it might only be small at the start of it, but this is a fresh start. This is you seeing the sprouts or the shootlings of something that you have worked on planting into your life. You are highly intuitive this month when it comes to the future plans, so really pay attention to what hunches, nudges and feelings you are having. For your career and communications, you've got the Page of Swords. You have the Magician card. Okay, so that's your ruler Mercury there with the King of Swords. So this is probably, your King of Swords is usually an air sign male, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Because the Magician card is here, that person is probably a Gemini. This gets really interesting to me because your sibling sign Gemini had you guys as a Virgo show up in their reading. So I'm very intrigued by this month. I would say if you've got any Geminis in your life, check in with them because they're very likely to have information for you that could be very useful, especially around the career. Now, for those of you that are for those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, you got the Page and the King of Swords here, right? So this is where you're taking an idea from a seedling right through to out there into the world. This could be some kind of recognition that you gain from a higher up, from a teacher, a lecturer, maybe even from the institution themselves, for hard work that you've put into something, or maybe some finding that you have made through your studies and or your research. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, same kind of energy here, only it goes beyond this to the point where you're probably given an accolade or some kind of public recognition this month. Another way that this might show up for you as well, if you're employed by somebody else, you could be getting a title or a status change, and it may be that a boss or somebody that really, somebody that maybe you look up to or aspire to is taking a shining to you. Now, if you are a business owner, an entrepreneur, a solopreneur, person that works for themselves, you're likely to be interviewed this month by somebody that can really make a difference for you in your world. It could also be that you're joining forces with somebody that's considered a power player, maybe somebody that has like a certain level of influence within your area or your niche, etc. Either which way, I actually really like this. And that Page of Swords, for a select few of you, this does suggest that you might be able to hash out not a hard conversation, but you might be able to hash something out and kind of, bury a hatchet between you and another person this month. That's very possible too. If you are retired and no longer working, this is you taking the knowledge, the expertise that you have and actually putting it to use for something else in your life or in your world. I tell you, I never forget. I've only ever used one thing from school maths, when they give you fractions and all of that kind of crap. You never use any of it, you really don't. But I never forget the day that I had to use that kind of thing, or it was ratios actually. I had to use this once for something that I was actually doing in the garden. And I remember thinking to myself, that's kind of cool. This is that, but it's on a much grander scale. So knowledge, wisdom, information, knowledge, skills even that you already have, will suddenly this month become either very useful or potentially very lucrative. When it comes to your love and relations, you've got the Queen of Cups with the King of Cups and the Three of Cups. I mean, look, this is a lot of court cards, and to have this many court cards, it basically suggests that this month it's not going to be just you. A lot of what you're doing centers on, works with, works around, or connects you to other people. Now, the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups, that's a mated pair, whoever they are. These are people that are, it's probably a couple of some sort. So if you are partnered, married, or in a long-term commitment, that Three of Cups with this pair suggests that you and your partner could be getting back to the honeymoon sector. You could be falling back in love with each other. That's absolutely lovely. It could also be as well, though, that you guys get back to being friends, as opposed to just being husband and wife, you know, husband and husband, boyfriend and girlfriend, whatever the case might be. For those of you that are single, you are connecting with somebody this month who feels like a friend, and that is what makes the relationship blossom very, very quickly. You might find yourself actually saying, you know, like, you just seem like my best friend, but it's more than that. It's more than a friendship, but there is an element of friendship there, which is, as far as I'm concerned, the best basis to build from. For your money and materials, you've got the Four of Pentacles with the Moon card, okay, and the Seven of Cups. Okay, excuse me. So many great things here this month. But do be mindful around finances, all right? That Moon card with the Seven of Cups, you don't have all of the facts here, and it's very likely that some kind of financial idea, endeavor, or asset, this could be one of those moments. Now, I know for a lot of you, you don't really do knee-jerk reactions because you are still an earth sign. Even if you're mutable, you're still an earth sign. If the markets take a dip, something gets a bit weird, this might not be the best time to yank your money out of something, right? This might actually be the time to really think about what it means to hold. You know, this is kind of like a look at the way that things are going right now and then decide to yourself, do I stick or do I twist? You know, if you're a gambling person or you know Pontoon or 21, you know that's kind of how it works, right? You either stick or you twist. This might be one of those moments where sticking is really the best thing for you, because that's going to get you, you know, that's more of a long-term move. When it comes to your physical health and vitality here, be mindful of overindulgence, right? One thing that I will say, I'm not a doctor, I can't give you medical advice, this isn't a diagnosis, but if you have been overindulging in alcohol or some other substance that you have to drink, it looks like potentially you may end up having a problem with your liver or your gallbladder. So this is something to really look at. If you have any problems or issues and you need to go to a doctor, ask them to check those aspects of you. Finally, when it comes to your home and environment, whatever is going on at night in your local neighborhood, excuse me, I would maybe not get involved. I don't think there's going to be anything dangerous or anything like that, but it looks like there's something weird going on, and it might be that, you know, that you have these pranks every so often where, you know, people walk around in clown masks, which, by the way, don't ever do that to Raph, because I tell you, I am afraid, like deathly afraid of clowns. I will pick up the nearest heavy object and I will violate you in all kinds of ways to get you away from me. I can't. When that whole phase was going on, I'll never forget, I ended up running down the street because I was so scared. Like one of those, you know, the scary evil clown masks. I can't deal. I just can't. It could be something like that, but it might be something like just really weird. So I'll just say, like, just don't get involved. All right. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic month. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.